Well, we're back on the expedition because it's about 30 degrees and we don't have any heat inside anymore again. Now, this feels warm. These are okay. And the lines going inside feel warmish. So I wonder if this thing has an issue in the dash. That'd suck. But we're going to start it up and see where the heat is flowing and try to find out where it stops. Alright, of course it's working now. I got heat at the dash. 92, 89, 110. 88, 109, 106, 100, 99, 140 down here. So this dumb thing seems to be doing what it's supposed to. That's the little valve. To shut it off for air conditioning. What I did notice is that the rear heat is not working. And that's fun because you got to rip the whole back seat out to get to that in the back right rear corner of the car. But I may take a look at that to see if I can do that because it seems to be working coming out of the dash. I got 95-degree air coming out of the vent, so that's functional, but the rear is not. So I think we're going to endeavor to get that apart and see what's going on the rear AC unit, because I think that's been kind of acting up. I've heard a few weird noises from that recently, so I think that's what we're going to try to look at today. Alright, well, to get to this point, you gotta pull your insulation down, or your seal down, then pop this piece off, then this piece will pop off, but in order to get this completely off, you need a T30 Torx to take out the seatbelt bolt. And as you can see, I didn't have to disconnect it in the floor. You can kind of get it over out of the way. Then that allows that to come off. Up here, you got a 17 millimeter here and a T30 at the bottom, so you can get this out of the way. Just group the seatbelt through, it pulls through that hole. In order to get that, you got to pop this off. Not hard, really, it just kind of falls apart once you get a few bolts out. Just clipped in. Don't break the clips. Oops. It's cold. And this one anyway has a cigarette style, lighter style plug back here. That's just a pretty normal push in and pull out clip. And now you can see what we've got. Got our AC lines and our heat lines. And what I feel heat. So we are getting heat back here, but my bet is one of these stupid actuators is not functioning. And I know I've changed at least one of them already. So we're gonna turn it on, turn the fan on, and see if we can figure out which actuator's not working. Because one of them basically, I don't know what one does, but one of them's for the heat, which my guess would be this. And the other one does something else. So we're gonna see if we can determine which one is which and what isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Alright. That's the weird noise I've been hearing, because I think this one here has stripped its guts. For whatever reason, I've unplugged this one. I think it was screwed up too. So I'm going to shut this off, pull this off. Looks like it's just a couple of maybe 8 millimeter screws. See what we got. Alright, so as I expected, it appears that both of my actuators are junk. This one sends the heat either up to the ceiling or out this vent, which the gate works fine. The actuator doesn't. And this one, I believe, is my temperature control. I need a smaller screwdriver. Back in a minute. Hey, heat! No heat. Alright, heat. So, I think what I can do for now, I'm going to go see if I can find these actuators locally. And if not, I'm just going to leave it with the heat attached. I may pull this whole panel out, disconnect this at the bottom, so it'll be easier to put back together because they don't necessarily they don't use the back except for junk storage for right now. Yep, we got some heat, so that's good. Yeah, that's just trying to move, but it's not making it. No. It's just junk. Just garbage parts. So, I'm gonna go take a look around, see what we can come up with. If not, we can leave it like this and it'll be fine. What I might do is drill access holes in this panel, because really we don't need to heat much here. And worst case, if these things are stupid expensive or I can't find them, I'll just drill a damn hole in the side panel so you can get in here with a screwdriver and flip it whatever direction you want. This one you never really to flip because we always kind of want it coming out of the attic. But this one here, you either want it on heat or air, so I can just do that. And it seems to stay in either position when you put it there. So I may just drill a hole in this damn side panel. So we'll be back. Alright, well, we got our parts. Duralast Dorman Specials 604202, I believe, is this one with the D. And the 604277 is this one with the weird 3-post thingy. So now I'm going to plug them both in without attaching them to see if they take a set in any certain direction. I don't think you can screw this installation up, but I don't want to put it in if it's able to like go all the way in one direction, put it in the wrong way, and then it binds up. So that's what we're going to try to do now. Alright, so that's the flapper door for the up and down. That moves. And right now that should be in sealing position. And that should be in full cold. And that's full hot. So perfect. So now we're going to move these gates to where they're supposed to be. This one's already in sealing position, so we should be able to line it up about like I don't want to overdo it here. That's how it's going to go in. The holes aren't lined up. I really don't want to put that much torque on it, so I may have to play with that one. Let's check if we've got heat. Yep, that feels cold. So, flip this little guy. Warm, that's right. Wrong screwdriver. I had a screwdriver. I've misplaced my screwdriver. Back in a minute. Alright, anyway, so that's heat. Yep, we got some heat coming out. See how this one's going to line up. Two hands for this. Back in a minute. Alright, yeah, you can get them in there and move it till it tightens up. It seems kind of weird, but we're going to put some screws in it and then give it a test. I think it's good. Alrighty. Turn the fan on. We got, turn the heat up all the way. We got some heat, which is good. Turn it down. We got no heat. Turn it up. Alright, we got heat. Now we'll we got heat coming out the bottom and then out the top. Closed off, all coming out the top. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this. Then you just got to jam all this garbage back together, which I may try to take a little video of that, just because I didn't really show much. I smashed it apart, but there's your multiple actuators for the rear AC heater unit on one of these expeditions, probably similar to excursions and maybe even explorers if they have this similar unit. But there you go. So see if we can put this back together. I guess that's extra. Where in the world did that go? I have no idea. Found that under the seat. Alright, I'm missing a clip somewhere. Okay. You go there. And you go there. And this one doesn't want to go where it's supposed to go. But, oh well. Too bad. Click. Done. You can put your Floor panel back on. Floor panel installation tool. And the header panel. Oh, there it is. There it is, all back together, except I forgot to plug in the 12-volt port. Oh well, that now doesn't work, because I'm not taking it back apart. It's nice to not have to be responsible to customers. Alright, okay, I got this little piece here we can put back around that. This little guy. Make that look a little prettier. Oh, that's the one for the back. This one must be a wall. There. Alright, that's about as good as it's gonna get. It's cold. At least for down here it is. Anyway, that's kind of how you, if you got no heat or no uppers and downers door movement in the back of one of these suckers, that's how you take it apart, and try not to destroy as much stuff as I did, but it's not terribly hard. You can do it without taking this seat out, although that would have been easier. I just didn't feel like it. Took out my battery. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. You can get the thing out without taking this seat out, though. It would be easier if you want to get in there and figure that out. But it's not bad. There's a little bare access if you pull that tray and this cup holder out, but it's just, you can't do anything certainly on that front actuator in here. And like I said, if you're cheap, those are about 40 bucks a piece. You just figure out where it is, bore a hole in here, pull the actuator off, and then you could do it with a screwdriver. But I was able to get the parts, and they're back in business, sort of. So, good enough. Anyway, hope you're all doing well, surviving this winter, and we will talk to you all later. Take care.